Little pine forest ride this morning. Maybe we'll see a deer or two. A lot of debris on the trail from the hurricane. Get some speed. Soft spot. Thing don't like soft spots, and it don't like sticks. Try it again. It really doesn't like soft sand. It just spins its wheel, don't go anywhere. Alright, gonna cross the road. I think the trail continues on. We'll find out there. Yeah, it does. This is a workout, don't let anybody fool you. I usually see deer up in here. Soft spot again. And a hole, that was a hole. This seems a little rough here. Here we go. That's why you gotta wear a helmet on this, because you'll hit a little hole that you don't see down in the grass, and the board will stop and you keep going. So I busted my head a couple times. I'll probably end up dying from it. Cool. And Mr. Crow up there raising hell. Pine cones will tear you up. Gotta watch where your wheel's going, that's all. Yeah, it's kind of impossible to avoid all these stupid pine cones. But see that pine cone, it'll stop it from rolling, see that? So you don't want to roll, right up on it, because that'll actually stop it enough to stop. And of course you keep going. Let's see how far this goes. It goes out to a road. I've seen a lot of deer out here before. There are lots of them out here. Just haven't seen any yet this morning. Get around this pine cone zone. This is called the baseline part of the Florida Greenway. Not too many people go on this foot trail because they have paved trails all the way around it. It's where they'll hold 5K fundraiser raises and bicycle stuff. And they're trying to recover from the hurricane. Another pine cone mess. Board weighs about 25 pounds. So if you get out here in the boonies and gotta carry it back, it ain't that easy. Usually out on these trails I get a full 45 minutes out and back. So now if you're on hills, it's going to be a lot less time. And that's what I call some porpoising. When you look at this ground, you can see it's got several little humps. And the board will start rocking back and forth like that. So you're trying to overcorrect it with your weight. And you end up just stepping off of it before you bust your head open. A lot of times the way to help that is to give it some yaw with your toes and heels. Maybe on another video I'll go over the 6 different axes of movement. It moves like a boat. It's the same principles. So for the ride control, you have to program it according to those movements. Of course, remembering where your thrust comes from. It's all a cool scientific experiment. Here we go again. See how that terrain was? Just a little bump. They don't like to go over those. Just move it up here. And we got some more rough terrain up here. So I'll show you how that works. Lumps. And what I do, you gotta get over these lumps. It's not that easy most of the time. Big old spider web coming up. It helps to have a little bit of speed on it when you try and come through these places too. That way you might be able to bounce over them. You can see if you can give it a little bit of heel and toe movement. It helps you get through there. You avoid them pine cones. And then see if you can get some decent speed again. And of course, the trail's just as rough as it ever was. Put my helmet back on. And try to get a little speed up here. Get over all these little invisible moguls under the grass. What's fun is you can't see them because of the grass, so every last one of them surprises you. Another one. What? Here we go. You never know, one's going to come out, jump out at you. That's why I would recommend wearing a helmet. Here we go, pick it up a little. Looks like we'll be on pavement soon. This ride is totally unlike all boards, surfing, windsurfing, kite surfing. Totally unlike all of it because you're on the board. Hell, you can be on the board for 15-20 minutes straight negotiating all this terrain. And what that does, that really works everything you got from the neck down. You don't believe me? I invite you to try it. This is really the coolest thing ever out on pavement. Yep, another one. Flipped her over. Now, hopefully I'll be able to get across this soft sand without it digging in. Maybe it will dig in, that way you can see. Yep, wasn't that soft after all. This is a little better trail. There'll probably be trees down over this one. May see some deer. This is the kind of trail I like, just no grass, you know. There's a lot of spiders, spider webs. Get around all them roots. Once you get the hang of it, of hitting these sticks and roots and curbs and stuff with the corner of your wheel real quick, it's a pretty cool trick to get past all that stuff. If you hit any of this stuff square on, it's just going to stop the board. Yeah, the hurricane pushed down a lot of foliage.